Did I end it?
We're here. We didn't end it. Don't end it. Don't end it.
No,
don't end it. Life's worth living. Don't end it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I looked at the chat there and I was like, oh, somebody saying almost ready, guys. I thought it was a question, and I looked and it was you.
Yeah.
I thought somebody in the chat. I thought somebody else was saying it in the chat. Yeah,
we're here. Hey,
yeah, we are here.
Yes. So, how are you?
Still busy. Ridiculous. Yes, as I said before, it's always something. Always something. I got to get my life under control. But yeah. Yep. And it's Sophia in the chat. There she is. Hi.
Hey,
she was at the door 2 seconds ago waving to Steve. You probably couldn't see him because you can't see the door.
No, I saw you waving. I couldn't see
were right back there. The door. You can't see. It's just out of camera. The door.
Are they watching K-pop Demon Hunters? That's what I want to know.
No, they're watching us at the moment.
Apparently. Why are they watching? Well, okay, us, or are they watching the Jordan Peele movie? Us.
It's
a bit old for them, Deej. Tell them.
I know exactly. Yeah.
No, fair play. That music, I think.
Are you still listening to it?
Man, I wish I wasn't. But I was sat here earlier today, beavering away as I am wont to do. I had a pile of work to do, and I was typing away. And on goes iTunes, and sure enough, within a couple of seconds, and you just can't turn it off.
Yeah,
it's infectious. I wonder if there's some sort of subliminal, undercurrent to that just means you can't stop. I mean, it's more addictive than Everything Is Awesome from the Lego Movie. It's just.
I don't know about that. Yeah, it is good though. It is good. I haven't put it on in not in my own vehicle. I've had it on when we're with the girls, but I haven't had it on myself by myself.
Man. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. I can't say that there was anything wrong with me.
I'll have to try it out.
Yeah. Oh God. I swear it is audio crack. You just cannot stop.
Yeah.
But
it is catchy. Yeah, especially like when you're watching the movie, it's definitely catchy. It gets you going. But
oh God,
yeah,
but so to change
gears
quite quickly, gears too. Yes, that can do. Deej, I've got a sorry tale to report of home theatre. Which you might as well get into this because it doesn't have any real leak to the show as such.
Oh, okay. I know you've got a sorry tale coming up in the show.
I got a tale of woe.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Unfortunately, inflation has finally hit the UK and the 4K disc market. Jordan and I have been talking about this week. For the first time in a number of years, the disc prices are increasing. I haven't seen it for a long time, and there was a Clown in a Cornfield came out here yesterday.
Yep.
A standard 4K disc, not no Steelbook special edition, none of that stuff, just a standard disc, which for the longest time here have been either $19.99 or $24.99, and that was $26.99. So they are
$2
on the way up. Yeah, only $2 for now. But
that's how they get
the wrong
you.
direction. Yep. Yes.
The frog doesn't even know he's boiling.
Nope. Or indeed the clown.
Well, we're the clowns.
But true.
Yeah.
But yes, those prices are starting to go up, which is not good news.
Now,
has there been a change in Kaleidoscape?
No.
No.
Some people would point to, that one was $39.90. No, that's the studio. That's the studio. Anything that you'd see that would be $39.99 would probably be early release from whatever. I think it's Warner Brothers. I think it was. That does the $39.99. But everything's been pretty much $24.99, $14.99, $9.99. Those are the prices right there. $24, $14, all $99. $24.99, $14.99, $9.99. And then upgrades are like $4.99 or something like that. Rentals all still the same. I haven't seen any changes, anything like that. The only one that was an anomaly was Barbie. where it was $39.99. The only one that I remember, I'm sure maybe people remember another one, but Barbie was $39.99 when it first dropped, and then it jumped to $44.99 to $45. And that was for a little because of the popularity of it. And then it came back down after it was released, you know. So
I wonder if that's a licensing thing. I wonder if you know, a bit like, because as I understand it in the US, and I might be wrong about this, but as I understand it, so the studios lease their movies into theaters, and then the theaters pay to then have that print for however long it is.
Yeah.
And I wonder whether Kaleidoscope had something similar with that, whereby they essentially renting the license to have
well,
that.
no, because you own it. When you buy it, you own it, just like a disc. That's why it is considered physical media, because you own it on your hard drive. And then, I mean, you disconnect your hard drive, they can't take it from you. You know?
Yeah, quite. Well, I wonder whether Warner's was saying,
so
you can pay more to have access to this.
They just set the pricing. You know, it's the studios set the pricing for all of that. So, well, the studios set everything, to be fair. It's not just the pricing. It's like, what audio codec do you get with the movie? Studio sets it, not Kaleidoscope. It's not like Kaleidoscope gets like Atmos on one and goes, we'll just give them DTS master audio. You know, no, it's the studios here's what it is. They give you the mezzanine file. Here it is. This is what we got and what you're getting. And they put it out, you know, they cultivate it to their, you know, they put in their flags, they do their thing, and they check it for quality and all of that. But it's, you know, everything is up to the studios, including the pricing. I think it's something ridiculous I've heard. It's like they make a couple of bucks a movie. They don't make much on the movies. They're making the money on the hardware and on, basically.
Which is the reverse of companies like video game companies like Sony and Microsoft and stuff, who lose money on the consoles. They make their money on the software. So so that's interesting. So Kaleidoscope are then, you know, it's the hardware they make the money on, and not so much the software. That is interesting. Yeah. Oh, okay. All this side of the business fascinates me. I'm always, because I don't know enough about it. And John Thompson's always good to talk to about this, because he does know all about it. But as I said, inflation has definitely hit here, and you know, it's a shame to see them going up. I mean, look, it is a couple of pounds. It ain't, you know, they've not doubled them, at least not yet. But still, you know, when you're buying 5 or 6 a week, as Jordan is, and sometimes I do, you know, that kind of starts to really sort of eat into the hobby. But there we go. What's we've got? Paul says Paul Hurt just says some mainstream US disc prices do seem a bit nuts. Well, of course, John has talked about that, didn't he? Not that long ago. We get many of those new titles at much more reasonable prices. True. Yeah. And they don't sell out the same way. Yeah, which is fair. That I have noticed some of the RRPs have gone a bit crazy over there. And yet generally from my importers, and we're not here to advertise anyone, but the ginormous organization from whom I would normally get them sent by have not really passed on that price just yet, but then they're a ginormous company and get away with it. But there it is. It certainly though was noticeable yesterday, that's for sure.
It's like, I mean, now how much of that is inflation and how much of that is just the market for the hobby? Because the market is, I think it's setting itself now where there's, you know, you had big stores like a Best Buy and stuff take the physical media off the shelves. Now some of them are starting to put it back but it's coming back at a higher price, and it's coming because I think there are people buying it, just less. It's not like it was 10, 15 years ago where everybody and their brother just ran out and bought a disc. Now it's the collectors. So that's going to come at a cost. If we want to keep collecting and you want to support the hobby, it's like they have to make their money somehow. You either, you know, you sell a ton for a little profit each, or you sell few for higher profit and you make the same money. They have an overhead. Yeah. Everything has an overhead. So if if your overhead is say $100 a day you have to make, and you sell 10 widgets or 100 widgets, guess what? You have to make that $100. So you either make $1 a widget or you make $10 a widget. And that's how business works. And if we're not buying as many discs, if there's not as many of us, they're just going to charge us more to feed us these discs, and we have to support that. Otherwise, it's going to go away, and we're just going to be going, come on, streaming, get better.
Maybe that's why some of these discs don't have Atmos, so there's fewer overheads.
Oh,
sorry.
God.
I apologize. I thought I'd get that out of the way early.
Don't get me going. It's like, oh boy.
So
All
anyway,
right.
So Jordan says again, he said, £27 is a lot for a 4K release of a film like Clown in a Cornfield, when it's 4K only with no extra features whatsoever. Yeah, but it's Clown in a Cornfield, and I'd pay twice that much for that. So just saying. Not to preempt my review.
Clown in a Cornfield. I thought that was a shot of John in high school sliding off the road.
Clowned in a
cornfield. Didn't even know you were in a cornfield, did you, buddy? Yeah.
But there we go. Never mind. But yeah, so it's so that was an unfortunate thing this week. And of course, the other unfortunate thing, which we might as well do this side of the open. Robert Redford. Have you seen the news?
Yeah, I briefly just saw it as I was sitting here. I saw it on Twitter. It's and somebody else too. It was somebody else. It's Robert Redford, or maybe they just combined him with another actor too. But yeah, that's that was shocking. How old was he?
89. He was, yeah. So I mean, he's getting up there.
A natural.
Yeah. So good. I mean, I'm going to watch a couple for next week. I did a little check on my movies app. I've got about 10 Redford films. Many of them in 4K. In fairness,
yeah.
So I'm going to go back to that this week. The second film that I watched in full on the glasses was Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid on Disney Plus.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because I hadn't seen it since I was at school. And we watched it there, and I remember always thinking it was good. And the first movie was Fantastic Four, 2015. Don't know why I did that, but I think I redeemed myself with Butch Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy, yeah.
I put it on because I thought I'll watch 10 minutes of it because I'd heard the Disney Plus version wasn't good. I watched the whole thing in the car, seat back on the roof of the vehicle with the glasses on.
Yeah,
and watched the whole thing. And it's just an absolute pleasure.
Oh, so
he's so good.
Kind of the original Thelma and Louise.
yeah, true. Yes, that would be fair. That would be fair.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw that, and it was before I saw Thelma and Louise, of course. But I was like, "Wait, what? This isn't how? No."
Yeah, what happened at the end?
Yeah, so there's not going to be a sequel, huh?
Did the reel break? What happened at the end? There's no ending. What the hell?
It
froze.
But yeah, no, that was a good one. The other one I like, what was it? The spy one with Brad Pitt.
Spy Game.
Yeah,
great film.
So good. So good.
I remember I saw that in the theater here on a first date. So going back a bit.
Yeah.
And
I hope
the person with whom I saw it just did not get it at all.
Oh God!
I just didn't understand that. And I'm thinking, well, okay, but I think she was quite happy to stare at Brad Pitt and Robert Redford for 2 and a bit hours. I've only got that on Blu-ray. I don't think that they've released that in 4K, but great film, very good.
I think film. I thought I saw something about it. I thought I saw that it was coming or something like that because I saw something recently. The other one that I loved. And this goes back to when I was working in a video store, Sneakers. I loved that movie. That one. I
don't think I've seen it.
No? Oh my God.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, River Phoenix was in that one. River Phoenix, Dan Aykroyd. Who else? Sidney Poitier.
It's an all-star cast. I know that.
Yeah, it was. I love that one. That was, oh my God. Yeah, I rented that so many times. That was a great movie. And
we reviewed a while back, and we talked about The Last Castle, which I got the 4K version of that. Kino Lorber did a 4K of that. I've got a real soft spot for that film, and I know it was, a lot of people hate it, but I actually really like that movie. And between him and then James Gandolfini in the same sort of scene are absolutely awesome. So that's that one, and All Is Lost as well. It's really good as well, where it's just him at sea, and that's
really? I don't remember that one.
I think he won an Academy. Was it nominated for Academy Awards? It's just all him, just at sea in a boat, and kind of what happens, and
a little Tom Hanks situation, like
you with fewer volyballs.
Yeah. So none. None.
One less, zero.
Yeah, one less volleyball. None. That would be none.
But it's an interesting film, and there's almost no dialogue because he's on his own, and they don't try. I mean, I've only seen it once, mind you, so no one write in or indeed email in. Where I think there's almost no dialogue. They don't try and cheat it with a voiceover or him talking to himself. There's actually very little dialogue because he's on his own for the whole movie. But I remember that being really good. I've got the Blu-ray of that. I'll rewatch that as well. So much to. I'm definitely gonna do 2 or 3 of those for next week. I think. Just
Well, and then he was in Marvel too.
Yeah. Winter Soldier and Endgame, as people have been saying in the chat. So he was. I mean, he truly epitomized, didn't he, the word star? Yeah. I mean, just exuded it.
God, yeah. When I was growing up, especially, he was just that, and it's like, he was Dick Tracy too? Was he? Wasn't it him?
That was Warren Beatty, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I got that mixed up. Another star. But Redford.
But 3 Days of the Condor I've got on 4K disc as well, which is great. I think that's one of my dad's favorite movies. So I'm going to revisit those, and The Sting, of course. Again, back with Paul Newman again.
Yeah. Yep.
So good. Such a shame.
I even have that one. I have The Sting too on Kaleidoscape, I think.
Yeah, because I reviewed it a while back because I hadn't seen it before the 4K version.
Really?
Yeah. The first time I saw it was in 4K.
Oh wow! Nope, I don't have it. I thought I did. Nope, I don't. Maybe I will. Maybe I will by next week.
Maybe I will.
I've got quite a few in my queue for next week already. Very excited for getting to next week's show.
Has the weather been bad?
No. No, I'm just trying to get time, trying to make time. And I was like, I was almost going to finish the one that I was about to. I got called away, but I got enough in that I'm talking about it this week. It's so good. So good. So good.
Anything brand new, or is it
brand new to today? And I do have some that are brand new that, I got, I have 2 brand new movies that I've never seen before. It's going to be fun. It's going to be one you're going to be really excited about. I think both of them you're going to be really excited about.
Oh man, I like it. Right. Well, all right. Well, should we get started then?
Yeah. Should I end the show, or should I just should I do it the right way?
Don't end it all. Don't end it all.
Don't end it all. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, take this news down.
Yes.
No need for that. You come back and my feet are hanging below. There we go. That's good.
We are Brightside Theater.
Hey, home theater nerds. Welcome to the multi-award-winning home theater podcast that's all about the experiences, the sights. Where is it?
The sounds.
The multi-award-winning scenes.
Not the openers on a multi-award-winning, that's for sure.
Amateurs.
Amateur. I didn't even think I said it right. I don't know. Whatever.
Like, we know, they know, we're all good.
If you're first time here, go back and check out some other open. I don't know what else to tell you. If I could have gotten my shoes off fast enough, I was gonna take them off. Oh, a little dark humor for us.
Yeah, so we'll get taken off YouTube again.
Yeah. Banned in more than a few countries.
Yeah, not curiously, not over here.
Nope.
So they really didn't care here. We're talking about, people are wondering, we're talking about the CD Alive, where poor old Deej got trapped in the demo room.
Trapped. Oh, the horror.
To escape. Yes. Yeah. Well, having seen one of those scenes this week in the movie that, that it was from, oh boy, do I know why they chose that scene.
Isn't it gorgeous?
There was much merriment in Cinema George that night. I can tell you.
I went back and watched that again this week too. So we'll be able to talk that. Yeah, and I've got another scene that is. I can't wait to get there. It is a push play demo. Oh my God, it was awesome. I can't wait to talk about it. But
so shall I quickly say hi to everyone in the chat?
Let's get to the chat.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go back a little bit. So Mark V was in earlier. There we go. So we were talking about him a little bit earlier. So Mark V first in at 11:32 a.m. my time. So that's middle of the night. But he was telling me he works at 4 a.m. He's working. So just like me, really. And this week has been quite a bit of that. So Mark V's in. Hey, Mark. And I know he tunes in. He can't tune in live because I'm sure he's asleep. But he always tunes in. And interestingly, he won't mind me saying this, and actually, Deej is a good thing for the show. He asked me in a DM about why I say at mouse. And he said, really? Are you saying it wrong or are you saying it deliberately? And he said, don't change it. He said, because I like it, but I just don't know why you say it. So I did explain to him, and it reminded me, DJ, we say these things and we assume everybody knows, but of course, maybe everyone doesn't. So if anyone else is wondering, and in my experience as a lecturer, if one person asks a question, there's about 30 others that are thinking the same thing and are too scared to say. So if you're relatively new to the show and you wonder what we say when we talk about Atmouse, it's because in the earlier days of Disney 4K releases, when they were doing Atmos mixes, there were a number of them where the bass was curiously absent. One of which being Ragnarok, of course. Where so someone, and it wasn't us, I've nicked the phrase from somewhere else. Somebody coined the phrase Dolby Atmouse, a play on the Mickey Mouse Disney Atmos tracks without a bass. So when we talk about Atmouse, that's what we're on about, an Atmos track that doesn't have much of a bass response to it. Luckily, in terms of Disney, they're becoming a bit rarer, which is good news.
It's funny because it was so widespread back then, especially with the Marvel movies, that it made me wonder about this goes way back to the IMAX Enhanced days when that was more prevalent. And I want to say Marvel signed a deal with IMAX Enhanced, and it was I think it was before COVID or something like that. And what I was thinking is, I remember saying it to John, we might have said it on chat, and I was like, I was super excited about that because I'm like, maybe what they're doing is they're not going crazy with the Dolby, and they were going to re-release everything in IMAX and IMAX Enhanced, which IMAX Enhanced came with DTS:X. And that was, in DTS:X, DTS has been notorious for having more bass, right? So I was like, is this a long game of marketing? Like, we'll put these out as Atmos, but then here, give them a reason. It never came to fruition. All we ever got from it was changing aspect ratios on Disney Plus. They never put out anything in Dolby or in DTS:X. They never, did anything with the IMAX Enhanced on the discs. So, it's too bad, but it was that widespread back then that you were like, it's just not, it wasn't horrible. Ragnarok was bad. They weren't as bad. Like, you go to Iron Man in 4K, it's pretty good. It's really good. But it wasn't when you compared it to some other discs that were coming out, like we did with Lucy and stuff like that. It wasn't. It was certainly noticeable at times, wasn't it? And there's home theater fans. You want
presence in your audio.
Yeah.
You don't want kind of just a thin response. But there we go. So so that reminded me that every now and then, Deej, when we use these phrases, we should explain what we mean by them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that was Mark V. So that was just hello to him. So Don was next in, who watched Strange Darling this week in 4K and had a really good time with it. Good man. It's such an interesting movie. Van Gool's in as well. Hey, Van Gool. Captain AC3's in. Captain, how you doing? Steve Att's in the chat.
How you doing,
Mikey's
Steve?
In. Hey, Mikey. Also talking about Robert Redford as well. Paul's in, of course, saying hello. So hey, Paul. Jordan's in. Said hi to Dom, and then John Mansour was in as well. I saw
John.
So,
did you say
John.
Paul?
Yeah, said Paul.
Rachel.
And sorry, we were going backwards and forwards. Rachel's in. Yeah, hey, Rach. Johnny Speakers dropped in as well. Hey, Johnny.
All right.
And
Johnny.
I saw someone else as well. Oh, and obviously Sophia. We've said hi to Sophia.
Yeah,
obviously.
that was a while ago.
It's like the show mascot.
Yeah.
So she's got to be in, and then then there's lots of backwards and forwards. Hey, Holger, he's there as well. So lots of people.
There we go.
We always say if you're in for the first time or you're 500
listening,
feel free to jump into the chat, say hello, so we know you're there. And if you are a penguin in the Arctic, we want to know because we don't have one there yet.
We're up to like 50 something countries now. As a matter of fact, I was looking I looked the other day, and I was like, "What the?" I don't check that often, and I was like, "Holy cow!" I'm like, I didn't even know there were that many countries. Let me see. No, that's not it. Episode performance. Here we go. Yeah, we're up to 52 countries. Crazy. It's crazy. Top 5.
We are traveling.
Top 5 are Canada coming in at number 5. Come on, people. Come on, Canada. You're 5. Germany, Australia, and United Kingdom are all beating you. And then the United States by a wide margin. So crazy. There we go. And then everybody after that. Right after Canada is Netherlands. And Japan, Ireland, France, New Zealand, Denmark, Estonia, Sweden, Norway, Israel, Philippines, Brazil, Mexico, Montserrat, Singapore, Czech Republic, Finland, Italy, Portugal, Antigua, and Barbuda. That's one place.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you missaid Bermuda.
No, it's Barbuda. Barbuda. Antigua.
You say so?
That's what it says there.
Are we sure that's not a bar called Buddha?
Exactly.
Bar Buddha.
So they're all hanging out at this bar in Antigua watching Bright Side Home Theater. I can dig that. I'm like, all right, let's go, Steve.
I can think of nothing more that I'd rather do if I was in Bermuda or indeed Antigua.
We are live in Barbuda. Where's that? Antigua, of course. And you got Spain, Dominica, Thailand, Senegal, India, United Arab Emirates, Austria, Slovakia, Poland, Switzerland, Colombia, Hong Kong, Ghana, Puerto Rico, Iceland, United States Virgin Islands, Ecuador, Croatia, Costa Rica, South Africa, Turkey, Hungary, Saudi Arabia, Montenegro, Argentina, Indonesia, and last but not least, Taiwan.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm telling you, Deej, I'm feeling a world tour coming on.
Yeah, we just did it.
No. We'll go.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's about the world tour I can afford right now.
Out to the garden and back.
Yeah, I'm lucky I can afford the bandwidth.
Was it someone in a film said, "I'm so broke, I could if it cost a nickel to go around the world, I couldn't even get out of sight."
Yeah, that's about right. So.
But very cool. Yeah. So as I said, penguins, Arctic, or indeed, if you're listening and you're not in any one of those countries, then let us know and say hi so we can tell.
Yeah. Oh, screen sharing was canceled. Screen share.
But there we go. So all good, and lots to talk about.
Yes.
And with one of them, I may challenge the title Brightside, but I'll do my best.
Oh God, I don't think I've seen this one, so I can't even brightside it for you.
No, and no one sensibly can either.
Yeah, no, exactly. Let me see for a second here. No, I'm not even going to worry about it. So, I'll throw this up quick. Oops. Oh boy, why isn't it doing that? Oh, there we go. All right. This was my Saturday project, real quick. So I told you last week I had to get a new truck because my work truck died. So 8 a.m. in the morning, red truck is my work truck. White truck is the new truck. Not new to me. It's a 21. The red one's a 2015 with almost 300,000 miles. The white one's a 2021 with 124,000 miles. And there it is. That's at 8 o'clock in the morning. And that's at 2 p.m. So there you go. See where did the cap go? See the cap? Took the cap off, painted it to match, put it on, loaded it up, back to work. Where did the other one go? Let me see. Move that down. Where did the other picture go? I had the back picture too. Oh, there it is. There it is. Where did it go? Oh, well. That's weird.
While you're finding that,
we've
got
there it is.
Caribbean. Oh, sorry, the Caribbean is in the house. Rich says
nice.
He's Jamaica in the house.
Jamaica in the house.
Yeah, see,
there you
Rich,
go.
Let us know when you want us to pop round, buddy. We'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Now we got a reason to go. Not that we didn't before. But yep. So that Joe and I did that Saturday and swapped over the whole truck. This is what it looks like empty, but the whole back there has got now all my tool chests, everything, my compressor, everything I used to work out of. So quick. I would say not painless, but it wasn't. It was a lot. It was bad.
Are you still going to put the flag down the side? You're going to do the
yes, eventually, down the low side there, in black and white. Yep. But yeah,
you see that?
See that? Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. Wow. You really can do that. Yeah. And that's not it. That's a 2-tone pearl too, a 3-tone pearl. That's white pearl. So you got to paint it. It took me just taping the windows off. I said to Joe, I started at like 8 o'clock. Joe got there at 9. At about 9:15, Joe's working on some wiring for the truck because the cap can lock itself and everything. And I'm looking at him and I'm taping off the windows. I said, I think we'll probably be done painting around 11:30. We'll start converting the truck over because he had to leave by 1:30. And he's like, yeah. By about 11:30, I was still taping off the windows. So that's because it takes that long. That's the hardest part is because you want to get every little gasket, every little seam so it looks good. You don't want to just be like paint everything. So, but yeah, you get all in there and get it nice. And it was funny. He didn't get out of there till 2:30, but I had the cap on my tractor forks, so I painted it off of that. And we're putting it on, and he's inside the truck because it was still a little wet on the outside, and we're putting it down. And there's a window that goes between the truck and the cap, but I taped it off. And we're about to put this on and bolt it down, and you look, and it's all taped off still. I was like, whoa, wow. Tractor's running. Like, what? Back it up. We got to get the tape off of here. So then, this is good. So then now it's sitting there on the truck, like that white cap. So if you look here, I'll put it back up. So that white cap was slid maybe like a third of the way back so we could reach in and do it. And we're pulling it off. But like I said, the clear on the cap is still soft. It's not dry yet. And we're trying to, we were trying to put the gasket back on. That's what it was. We were trying to put the lower gasket back on, not this part. And all of a sudden Joe looks at me and he's got this look on his face like he's 5 years old again and he did something wrong. And I'm like, what? And now I'm down. I'm squat down. This is still on the forks, as a matter of fact. So I'm down like this. I look up at him and I'm like, he's 28 years old. He's 215 pounds. He's huge. I'm 155 pounds. He's looking at me like, and I'm like, what? And he goes, he leaned on it with his hand. So right on the front side of the cap, it's got a handprint right in it, and it's dirty too because we've been working all day. So it's like white, nice white pearl cap, and it's a dirt handprint in it. And I just start cracking up, and you could see his face go, "Oh, okay, that's not going to kill me."
You're going to impale me on the forks.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, "Hey, there's some other flaws in it that bugs, because we did this outside. Bugs are landing in it, and you're just like, yep." Like Paul said, "Yep, it'll buff out." We saw one little bug land in it. We felt bad for him because he just stuck there. You're like, "This is the way you're going to go, buddy. You can't get out of it. He's stuck. You can't do anything about it." And then we come back to it later, and he kind of wandered around. I'm like, "Oh, couldn't you sit still? Now I got to take care of all of that."
No, man.
Oh, yeah. Big fun.
As I said to you when you first showed me the white truck, leave it to the Americans to have any truck is a cool truck. We just don't see them that cool over here. They're just very, or if you do, they're very few and far between.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely something about American trucks that just don't travel to Europe.
Well, you guys don't have bigger roads.
True. Well, of course, look at the Cybertruck
trucks.
that time. Yeah, I mean they're illegal here. You couldn't own one if you wanted to over here because they're not. The roads aren't wide enough.
Right.
And they're too heavy. They'd actually damage the roads. So we'll never get Cybertrucks in the UK. But
wow.
Never mind. But no, very cool. Yeah, not a bad way to spend a Saturday. Obviously, better way in the home theater. But
yes.
Other than that.
I didn't get to watch anything Saturday, but yeah.
Paul, Jordan said in the chat about the long walk, and he's been to see it. And all weekend I was on call, and I thought, if I get a couple of hours free, and it's looking quiet, I'll go and see it. And I never had chance. I'm going to try and see it this weekend if I can. Okay. Looks really good reviews. And Stephen King adaptation, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
So I am hoping to see it. But Jordan said it was really good. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Cool. Cool. Let's see. What do you want to start with first? Do you want to
start high and work down, or do you want to start down and work high?
Let's start. We got plenty of highs today, so let's start with a high one. We'll come down for a little bit, then we'll come back up on a strong note. Yeah, we're definitely going to avoid that that color for a minute. How about this one?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Because I'm in the middle on this one, as you guys know.
Yeah, and it was funny. I saw. Well, let's get to it because I heard. I read John's stuff the other day. So yeah, let's get to this one right now.
Okay, then. Again, customary apologies for the menu picture. There's me that took this one. Just about every disc this week had animated menus. I remember the days when those were special features of the DVD, when they said animated menus. And you think, oh, cool. You're trying to take photos of them. Oh, no. And so all of them this week are bad. And this is a particularly bad one. So if you're wondering, this is the 4K Dolby Atmos release of Master and Commander. Full title, Far Side of the World. And which I have been waiting endlessly and just about patiently for to finally come out in the UK. You had the Kaleidoscape version a week before they finished filming it. Then it came out in the US weeks ago, and then finally they thought, yeah, dear old Blighty. I think they might have sailed it here on a ship. To be fair, it took that long.
Yeah,
around the Cape of the Cape of Africa or Horn of Africa. So we got it eventually, and this week I sat down and watched it. So I mean, the movie is and forever will be an absolute masterpiece. This film is fantastic, and this, for me, it sits in that pantheon of movies that should, in a fairer world, have got a sequel or sequels. There should be more of these than the Fast and the Furious movies. In a fairer, more just world, we would have got that. The other notable ones being Dread and things like that. But this movie is an absolute stone cold masterpiece. And having watched it again, and I've seen it many, 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 many times, it hasn't changed a bit. It's still every bit as good as it ever was. So that's great news. Now, so we knew a long time ago that this was coming.
Yeah.
And when this was the movie we were talking about, beginning of the year, maybe end of last year, that we had been told was coming and had been told good things. And so I had been really looking forward to it. And I know you liked it a lot, and the reviews were decent. So I put it in. The first thing that struck me was the video. I mean, I think the video on this is really good. I could tell right from the opening shot of the sea, it looks quite three-dimensional, that they've done some work on this, because I know it so well that straight away you can see, okay, this is sharper, more dimensional, great. And as the movie goes on, and it's quite a challenging movie video-wise, because there's a lot of fog and smoke, and there's a lot of, filming techniques that wouldn't always make for really sharp video, but actually most of the time it does look great, and there are times that it looks excellent. The close-ups on Russell Crowe and the little makeup effects of the cuts and everything else, and you can see every pore of him, and obviously various injury detail and all that kind of stuff. All looks really good, and yet at the same time it looks like period appropriate. So it is sharp, but it's not so sharp that it then ruins the effect of this is something from the 1800s, which I think is quite clever, and so that was really good. And then we get to the audio, and the audio, it's an Atmos track, I think, as I said, and the audio for me was a little bit of a disappointment. Now, I think it's my fault though, because I think I had been expecting something that sensibly this movie couldn't deliver. And when I say I was slightly disappointed, I was only disappointed in the bass. The immersion is fantastic. I mean, this thing has detail and sophistication in its audio for all day long. I mean, again, right at the beginning, you can hear the creaking of the wood, the snoring of the sailors, all this stuff. And when they're walking up above, you hear it. And this is just the little atmospherics. This isn't before you get to the gun battles and the storms and all that stuff. So the immersion is awesome. I mean, I have no problem with that at all. The speakers are alive. The 360 sound field is evident pretty much throughout. It's the bass that I was disappointed by. And again, even as I say it, and bearing in mind, and obviously those listening and watching won't know, over the weekend, John and I had a text conversation that you were in on. And in that I confessed, and I'll confess openly here, that I may have been expecting more. And I think that every time a cannon went off, I was expecting the room to rearrange itself. I was thought every time it's just going to go bang, like U571, like June, where you get these big, giant kind of, gun blasts, whatever you want to call it. And I was expecting that, and I didn't get that. What I did get was bass. It was decent, but it wasn't deep bass that I was hoping for. And it I mean, there are times when it's really good. As I say, the final battle is bassy, but just not as deep as I was hoping for. So overall, I was a bit disappointed, and I finished it, and I was thinking I wanted more. But I loved the movie. I loved how it looked. I really like how it sounds. I just didn't love it. And funny enough, I then went back and watched I read a couple of reviews online that were raving about the disc, and not a single one of them mentioned the bass. Not one. That I read about 4 or 5, and I think that's why. But maybe I'm wrong. What did you think?
Well, that's what it's funny, because when you said that, I was like, I wasn't looking forward to talking to you today about it and being like, do you remember what I said when I watched it? And it was basically the same thing. I said at the beginning, I go, the bass wasn't crazy, but it's everything about the audio is so accurate. It's so clean. And then and even what you were mentioning about the picture, and especially like you said, the opening shot and the clouds, right? The fog and the mist. It was there was a 3D effect there that I'd never seen before watching this movie. But yeah, it was. I felt like, did I say? I don't know if I said it. I saw what John said to you, and I read that afterwards. By the time I saw it, I'm like, I got like 22 texts. Okay. But John felt like I did, and I swear I didn't go back and listen to what I said, but I swear that's what I was kind of saying. Like I was like, yeah, the bass wasn't crazy, but I feel like had they overdone the bass, it would have clouded the room. It would have it could have distracted from the accuracy of the, like, I mean, there's cannonballs coming through, and like I said, I'm pretty sure I said this during this movie. Those cannonballs don't explode. They come in and they just, right. They just come in and destroy. And it's like, but you could hear the wood chips going to the other side of the room. Yes. When the cannons go off, that was, not what you would want. And I know how much you love, your Gatling guns and your cannons and your shotguns and whatever, but muskets, but it's the detail that you got everywhere else, to me, makes this like pretty much a reference disc, because we've been wanting this, and I feel like they cleaned it up for that reason. And I feel like that's how you get the most immersion. Whereas if you're drowned out from the boom, you're not going to get the detail and everything that you got elsewhere,
Yeah.
And that's not to say that the bass is lacking by any stretch. It's just not what you would want. I guess it is lacking to you, but it's not like it's not Ragnarok. It's not like there's no bass.
Quite. Oh yeah. There is definitely bass there. It's just not got the presence that I was hoping for. I mean, they've definitely cleaned up the audio on this. Of that, there's no doubt. I mean, again, I have seen this film many, many, many times, and I caught lots of lines of dialogue that I had missed before, or that were kind of muddy, and you wouldn't be very clear what was being said. And I caught lots of lines that I'd never realized before, including subplots that I had completely missed, where characters are talking about this stuff all the way through, but he just kind of it got lost in the chaos of the noise and everything else. So whereas on this, suddenly you could hear that. So yeah, I get that. I don't doubt that this is closer to what Peter Weir wanted. Well, that'll be interesting, Steve. Yeah, we can see Todd to do a Bass Hunters review of Master and Commander. I mean, that would be interesting. But I just wanted more. I just wanted it to be deeper. But that's not to say it's not good and not enjoyable. Paul says, did I eventually get a new or fixed sub? I still haven't sorted that, Paul. I'm dealing with a million other things at the minute. But I haven't yet. But that doesn't mean that a lack of bass is then my setup, because we're going to talk about a movie in a minute. Right. Or in a bit that bass is there. There is no doubt that the appropriate track with appropriate bass, my room will reproduce it quite happily, even with one sub, not two. But it just was not quite the force that I was hoping for. But yeah, great film, very, very good, just not quite what I was looking forward to. And those wondering, I mean, when John's back on, just we'll spoil it. He hadn't seen the movie for a long, long time, and he really enjoyed it and thought it was really good, and was happy with the HT experience. So that's fair enough. I mean, I don't think he was saying that it's super deep bass either, but he did enjoy it more.
But he didn't miss it. It wasn't. It didn't even think of it. And it's it is, but it is that good. Everything else, like you said, it's like the detail around the room and everything. Like I mentioned the same thing. It's like that creaking, the people walking upstairs, upper deck or whatever. So much detail. Such a such an interesting audio track that they could do this and reduce the bass, and it's still that good, right? If they did reduce it. I don't know if they reduced it or cleaned it or what, but yeah.
It sounds to me like this was the bass that they expected from the beginning. This was this was not a movie that was supposed to have been a giant blockbuster. This is not a Michael Bay action movie. Yeah. Actually, what I get from, again, who knows? I've never met Peter Weir. I don't know. Again, John Thompson might be able to help us because he's got some knowledge on this. But I wonder whether because this is a movie about verisimilitude. It's about accuracy. This movie seems to me to be, this is not Hollywood. We're trying to make a movie of what it was like back then. And I wonder whether they therefore decided we're not going to blow you out the back of your room with bass and with hefty audio, because that's not what it would have been at the time. And this is not that movie. You want to see a Michael Bay version of this, fine. But I get the impression this was not designed to be that way. And which case makes me being disappointed and expecting more, even less, or even more disingenuous, should I say? Because if I've got that in my mind, I think, well, this is what they wanted. Then you should be happy with what you get.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But like I said, I love the film so much. I just wanted even more than I got. But it's not like I'm unhappy. But
I know, Steve. People don't die right in your horror movies. Your cannons don't have enough space.
Spain.
They filmed in Spain. It's like this movie was filmed in a puddle in Spain. So there you go. Well, it's all about the puddles.
Yeah. I mean, special mention though to the storm sequences, of course, in this, and the final battle as well. Yeah. That does get bassy. Which is very well done.
But
and
clean.
But
super clean, super. But yeah,
imagine filming that. I don't know how you film something like that and then make it hang together in the way that they did. I mean, that's a marvel in and of itself.
Yeah, I was listening to on another topic. Whoops, that's us over here. I was listening to Charlie Sheen on Rogan, and he was talking about being on the set of Apocalypse Now when he was 10 with his dad. And it was just like, he was like, he would be on set and watching them try to shoot some scene. Like, they'd be like, they've got all of these like cannon shots or like these explosives in the river ready to go, and they've got all this stuff, and it's like, you got to hear it. And he's like, everything's ready to go, and they come into like Coppola and be like, no, sorry, the people that are supposed to come in, like that live around there, that are supposed to be helping. He's like, no, we're off today. What are you doing? They're like ready to go and blow crap up, and they're like, nope. And then the other one was he loved to be on set and see like the special effects guy that was doing all the limbs and everything for Apocalypse Now, because all the explosion scenes. And he actually said like it was tough growing up after that and watching horror movies, because he knew everything. Like he was always backstage and he always knew like, oh yeah, look at what they did there. And that's like, and he goes, horror movie. And I was like, that's me. That's like, I didn't grow up behind the scenes, but I grew up in the art world, and I loved all that stuff. Hey, Eddie, how you doing, buddy? And, but it was like, just to hear him and his lifestyle, and he's a wicked, listening to him, he's really smart, but he's just like,
he's had a life.
He's had a life and had some issues, not dissimilar to Robert Downey Jr., and, hopefully he is, I guess, turning things around. So it was pretty good to hear him. But
I mean, I hope he wasn't on set for Apocalypse Now when his dad decided to do that scene drunk at the beginning. He actually was drunk. I mean, Martin Sheen got hammered and cut himself for real, smashing up the hotel room, and that blood is real. And just keep going. So
I didn't know he wasn't supposed to be in it. It was I want to say Gary Oldman. I think, was it Gary Oldman?
Surely he wasn't. Well, he wouldn't have even been on anyone's radar back then, would he?
Oldman?
Yeah,
I don't know. It was somebody like that, but it didn't hit off. Like Coppola was like, no. Like 2 weeks into it, they were like, no, they wanted somebody else, and they got Martin. And he had already, like, through casting, he'd already, seen him, and he's like, no, let's bring him in. But
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
I mean, the making of that's incredible. I mean, it's
Oh
just
yeah.
the hell they went through on that shoot.
And here's another thing. Rogan says, he goes, I wasn't old enough to see that in theaters when I was a kid, because he was just a little kid, right? And he goes, I didn't see that properly until I got a home theater. And he goes, and now seeing it in a proper home theater, and I'm like, here we go. I'm like, I gotta get Rogan on the show. Maybe I could do something for his ratings, bring him on the show here, introduce him to our community. That might bump him up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I'll give him a call.
Joe. Don't you worry,
him a call. Joe, you're kind of lacking in the home theater community. You want to come over here and get a few more listeners? But yeah, he was like, and he said he watched the Apocalypse Now Redux. I'm like, a couple of ducks. Here we go.
Yeah, a couple of follower ducks. So, let's just take a moment to welcome Marshall Bunton. Yeah, hey Marshall, says hi everyone. First time watching the show live because I'm usually at work. I've been listening since 2020, and I look forward to the show every week.
Nice.
And says I feel like I know many of you from just listening to the show every week. Good man. Well, hopefully, Marshall, you're not off work for any bad reasons.
Yeah.
Vacation time. Welcome. Good to have you
awesome,
along.
Marshall.
Yeah,
thanks.
Man. Awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
And anybody listening or watching for the first time, we do have a third. That's John that we keep mentioning, and he should be coming 6 weeks soon. I lost track, Steve.
I think his schedule is going to keep him out a little bit longer. He's not sure, but I think they're keeping it going for a bit longer. But hopefully we'll let him out of his cage.
maybe I'll do like a little show in the middle where we talk for like 20 minutes.
I'll go out to use the toilets and then come back and
like we used to do with you. Only that worked well. That worked well.
15 minutes. Yeah, sure.
So, all right.
Paul just says though, just briefly going back in terms of the Mastering Commander. So Paul says, hey, look up the Wikipedia entry for Mastering Commander. Quite a long section on the lengths they went to make it sound authentic. And then they say specifically the actual sound of cannon shot hitting wood was kind of underwhelming. So had to re-record it Foley style. So there you go. Well, there it is. So
that's what I mean.
That's how it was.
And that's what I was saying. Like, it's a little more accurate. You want, like, because they're not exploding. All it's doing is coming in and breaking the wood.
Well, yeah, but you would have thought though the charge. I mean, I'm no expert on firearms or indeed that sort of thing or ballistics, but the charge needed to propel a metal heavy ball. I mean, I'm sure they didn't go very far. I doubt that, we're only talking, 30, 40 feet, if that. Because they do have to get very close, don't they? But the charge needed to propel that projectile must have had some oomph to it. And of course, bearing in mind where they're firing from, which is indoors, essentially, below deck. Yeah. There would have been some, a palpable punch to that. But again, I don't know. I've never heard a cannon fire in real life, so I don't know. Yeah. I've never heard a big gun like that fire in real life either. But I don't know.
I've heard cannons fire, but there's never a cannonball in there. It's all, what I mean? They'll just pack it and boom. And you're like, oh, wow. And it's loud. I've heard, howitzers, the big, it basically look like the same thing on two wheels, but I've heard that live and they're loud. But yeah, and it's, I don't know. It's never really that accurate to begin with.
No,
if they gave us the real noises, a lot of these guns would be very disappointing.
Well, that's it. Yeah. Well, again, if you hear you watch news footage of war zones, crack, crack, crack. Could be firecrackers going off. It doesn't mean they're just not the same.
That's also, I think, what makes me think of that too is last week in the in that infrasonic room, right? And when you record, you might hear the gunfire and you're hearing pop, 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 pop. But there, it might actually be a bang, bang. And there's more of a visceral feel to it because I've been around I've been to gun ranges and stuff, and you're around it and there's a boom, boom. But when you record it, unless you have the proper recording devices to actually catch the full frequency. All you're going to hear is that pop, 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 you know, and all the deep, you know, bassy stuff is all filtered out anyway. So that could be part of it.
Yeah, it makes me wonder. I mean, I don't know if I ever told you when I was doing my law degree, we did a module on forensic science, and you know, it's something that I thought, well, I'll do that. You know, and what I didn't realize is that part of that was we could go out to a gun range, and this was before all this was banned in the UK. And one of the, I mean, they had Israeli 44 Magnums, they had Israeli 44s, they had armor-piercing bullets, they had, you know, muskets and everything. Actually, funnily enough, and all this stuff. But they also, one of these guys, and bear in mind in the UK, this is very unusual, had a police issue pump action shotgun.
Okay.
You know, ones that have got 8 rounds in them, you know, literally just away you go. And we had these big milk cartons, and the guys, and these were all gun nuts, you know, absolute crazy. We just turned up and they're like, oh yeah, you can fire this, you can fire that, it's fine. And so this guy gave me this shotgun, and he said, right, he goes, there are 8 cartons there. And he said, you know, fire them, you know, one fire, cock it, and you go again and again and again. And he said, just watch out for that last one, though. And I said, right. And he said, I'll tell you afterwards why. Just watch out. So, okay, fine. So, yeah, you know, just literally bang, bang, bang. The last one, I'd forgotten. Pulled the trigger, and this thing just went boom, like that. Nearly went over my shoulder. And he goes, oh, yeah, that was a Magnum round.
Yeah.
And they use them, of course, to blow the hinges off of doors.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, oh boy, my shoulder killed for days after that.
Yeah, me and my son used to go to the gun range with my father-in-law, and he was the president of the gun club. And they'd have like the day where you bring your family out and blah, 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 you know, and you do the skeet shooting, and everybody's stepping up there, and it's like there's a row of 5, and he'd be like, he'd set you up, and you go up and like bang. Everybody else is going like bang, and they're hitting everything. And it's like, you know, 10 off. I think we did 3 rounds of 5, so you have 15 to hit. You're like, pull, bang. I'd hit like, me and my son were hitting like 2 or 3 out of 15. My father-in-law is hitting like 12 out of 15. And at the end of the day, we're like, what the heck? I couldn't hit anything. Everybody else is like, the birds are just exploding. And somebody pulls us aside and be like, did you notice that your gun was, I don't know what he was using, but it wasn't the buckshot that you used for everybody else. We were using like, and ours were like, bang, Jesus, bang. He's like, the fact you guys hit 2 or 3 each, you're doing well. He goes, I mean, that's how good he is, but he doesn't use put out the same spread. It's a much tighter spread. And it's a tighter spread, and it's like more powerful. So we're like, pull, this is gonna hurt. Bang. Go bigger, go home. It's like, what the geez?
In an ambulance.
Yeah.
We got Ara, I'm assuming, is in. So Ara says DJ is 100% correct. Now, if ever there's a guy that knows sound as well as Paul Hurt does, I think we've got our Academy Award winning
Academy Award winning engineer.
Says DJ is 100% correct unless properly mic'd or mixed. I'm assuming mic'd. I'm just kidding. You won't hear it like it is live. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, there we go. But again, it's just which might then explain it. And therefore, when I watch it again, with that in mind, I could just switch off from caring about the bass, and all will be well.
All right.
Get on him.
All right. Let's talk about some gunshots here. You ready? You see it?
Go for it. I'm trying to see what it. I can't quite tell.
Okay.
Oh, water slides.
Yeah. So
tell me you didn't wince.
No, I knew it was coming. It actually wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be.
Ow.
What's that?
Ow.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be something different. Yeah. So for the audio only people on Fridays, we're talking Nobody to Bob Odenkirk's latest Nobody film. Dropped on Kaleidoscope 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, HDR10, all that good stuff. I get the Dolby Vision here, but I am watching it in 5.1 for right now. and it was very good. I would say. I'm not going to say this is like audio wise, like, oh my God, rush out and get it. It was very, very good. The movie itself, really liked the movie. A lot of fun. I don't know if I like it better than the first one, but I like what they're doing, like what they did with the family and everything, everything like that. It's like I said to you before, it's like, I think Mark Wahlberg's coming out with every movie of the week like this. But this is a lot of fun. And it's the guy's guy, like, don't touch my daughter, stuff like that. And so yeah, it's mindless, fun, comic John Wick, right?
Yes. Yeah. Same director, or at least same production team and earlier director. Yeah.
But yeah, so much fun, but it's more of a comedy than John Wick was. And it's a lot of leave your brain at the door stuff, and like you said, the water slide. It was funny because as the movie's playing out, I'm like going, wow, they're going to it already, because there's a scene early in the movie where they go to the water park, and I was like, wow, it's going to happen already. And you're like, oh, okay, all right. So I'm like, but yeah, I thought, I'll tell you later what I thought was going to happen, but it's pretty much exactly what I thought. But yeah, it was, and it is, I will say, it is pretty ridiculous. Not just the water slide. Well, yeah, almost all of them. It's like, how you do that? Like, if you're like, no, nobody's going to chase you.
Yeah, the likelihood of that happening is slim, isn't it?
Trained assassins are going to go and follow you exactly where you're going. Yeah. Okay. I'm a car painter and I know not to do that.
I think that I think it's definitely they've gone off the deep end a bit, if you'll forgive the expression.
Literally.
Yeah. With the it is over the top and silly more than the first one.
Yeah.
I think the joke in the first one is he is just a schlubby guy that does get
underestimated,
gets a good kicking, but also comes out on top. Whereas by the time we get to this one, he's moved further away. He doesn't get the beat downs in this that he got in the first one, in that way. And I think they do push it a little too far maybe in this, but there's fun to be had with that. And yeah, I did really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. I really am. Again, I'll wait for the 4K disc, but I am looking forward to it. And what was the video like, Deej, as well? As
video is really good. Video is really good. There's a lot of dark scenes, indoors, dark, a lot of great detail, very, vibrant colors, especially when you get into the final battle and stuff. And it's like, there's a lot of colors in this place. There's a lot of, it's really, really nice. Bright colors, bright lights. And it's very, very, I would say the picture is very, very good as well. But again, it's not something that I'm like, it's not like, what was it? The latest Bad Boys, where you go, okay, there's an action movie that you got to see it for the picture, right? It's not that.
Yeah.
But it is really good. And like I said, it's a lot of fun. Sharon Stone is awesome. She's like out of her mind. It's so fun.
Yeah, she comes to it very late in the film, though, doesn't she? For the villain, she sort of just kind of wanders in. The last sort of 20, 25 minits, and then it's like, oh, she's the villain, is she? Oh, okay, all right.
They hit all the stereotypes. So you have the shaved cat and everything. It's like, it's ridiculous.
Sorry, shaved what? Oh, actually, no, don't
exactly. There you go.
You're going to arrest me for smoking.
Oh God!
Yeah, I hope that door's closed behind you, Deej.
What? What's the? It's on the TV. It's like, think, Steve. Think.
Right, quick, start singing. You're my soda pop.
Oh God! Yeah.
But she is good in it. I mean, she gives good psycho. So she's great in it, and for the little bit of the movie she is in, it's just nice seeing her on the screen again, because she just kind of disappeared for a long time. And there's no doubt she went through some stuff. So it is nice to see her again.
Greg's asking, how does it compare to Novocaine? I haven't seen Novocaine yet.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Greg. I think the difficulty with comparing, and that's a great question, by the way, but the difficulty with comparing them is Nobody 2 is the second one of this character and
Right.
these characters, whereas Novocaine is something new, even though it just initially just feels like an episode of The Boys. I think, oh man. All right, do you know what? I can't choose between them, just see them both.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
They are both really, I mean, Novocaine is bananas in
Yeah.
the best way. And Nobody 2 is great fun spending time with these characters again. But I don't
Yeah.
think 2 is better than 1. I think 1 is better.
Yeah.
But 2 is still good. But Novocaine is just a riot. And,
Yeah.
and both, well, I don't know about Nobody 2, but Novocaine is an HT experience that is very good indeed. As we said, John and I, when we reviewed it, there's some very cool stuff in Novocaine. You really, I mean, obviously it's there, Deej. I mean, I can see it in front of me. That is one worth seeing if you haven't already.
No, I haven't. And
Okay.
Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. It's as someone who's watched the whole of season 4 of The Boys this week, all on the glasses, by the way, but I've seen the whole of season 4 of The Boys this week. It's nice to see Jack Quaid again. So yeah, very, very good. So yeah, well, yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed Nobody 2 Deej. That is cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm
A lot of fun.
seeing it again.
A lot of fun. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you think of it. It's just in audio and video wise. So
day one buy for me.
All right. Let's see.
Are we going to do this?
We do this.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. All right.
Brace yourselves, people.
Here we go. Yes. If you need to step away, go get yourself a drink.
Yeah, where's my stress ball when I need it?
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay. As correctly predicted by Mr. Jordan a little bit earlier on. So this then is the 2025 version of Sonja. We'll call it Sonja. Which is a remake, obviously, of the 1985 version with Bridget Nielsen and our Arnie. And so this one then is only on Blu-ray. It's not come out in 4K disc. So 1080p, DTS HD 5.1, upmixed to Neural X. Starring, who you can see there, Matilda Lutz, who is someone who I really like. And she was fantastic in a movie that I've talked about a couple of times since I've been on the show, which is Coralie Farge's Revenge, which is awesome. I mean, that film is fantastic, and she is fantastic in it. And so when they dropped the trailers to this a while back, this was one of those ones where the trailer's like 2 minutes long, 2 minutes 10, and I never finished the trailer because the trailer looked so stupid and just, a movie for the terminally hard of thinking.
So you had to run out and get the disc.
Well, this is the thing. So I couldn't finish the trailer because it was so awful. Then the movie kind of comes around. Now, I do blame Jordan a little bit for this. Sorry, Jordan. And you don't have the right to reply other than in the chat. Sorry, mate. But as it was coming out, Jordan said, as he does, because he's good as gold with telling me about new releases. And he said, oh, yeah, by the way, you've got, Ballerina's coming out. And then you've got whatever else it was, a couple of really big releases. And then he goes, oh, and Red Sonja's coming out. And I said to him in DM, oh, that looks rubbish. But then my mind, as it was wont to do, starts ticking over. I went on to IMDb, and IMDb, it's 41. And some of the reviews at the top say that the script's quite clever and there are some quite good lines. And it was on Blu-ray, so it was £15. And I thought, well, I'll pick it up and I'll watch it. Maybe it's quite good. It's not, So on goes the film. And I saw this before I watched Ballerina, right? That's how wrong this was. I chose this over that, right? So anyway, so I put this on in the cinema room. I think this was Saturday night. I think it was. I was in the right mood for it, or so I thought. And on it comes. And honestly, right, we're talking about the movie initially. This film is awful. I mean, objectively, I reckon.
Objectively
awful.
It's in the description.
Yes, yeah. Oh my goodness gracious me! It was awful. I mean, the acting terrible, the writing awful, the cinematography dreadful. Just the whole thing is abysmal from start to finish. And I just kept thinking, well, maybe it'll get better in a minute.
Running out of minutes.
Yeah. Actually, for the last minute, the credits, that was quite good.
Yeah, you're like, all right, I don't see a typo.
Oh, my goodness me. And I must admit, as I was watching it, I was thinking, am I even going to be able to talk about this on the show? Because it is Brightside.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, well, we do a public service and warn people.
You got to mention the duds. I talked about Evil Dead Rise. You talk about Red Sonja.
Hey, come on. So you mean a movie of 2023 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's awful. The CGI is really bad. I mean, there's no redeeming anything in this. I mean, it's just bad in my view. And hopefully there's people that loved it. I don't know, but it wasn't me. So anyway, so the video quality is odd as well. It starts off with her in a kind of a forest glade, where there's like a waterfall and a lake, and she's going into the lake, and it looks like a shampoo commercial. She's sort of flicking her hair around and all that. Obviously I'm just jealous because I haven't got any. Okay, but that's what it looks like, and I thought, okay, looks all right because it's lots of greenery and the blue of the water, and okay, but then it cuts to a sort of a long shot of a castle, and you can see like mosquito noise and stuff because the CG's so poor, and so that's all kind of, you can see all that, and it just looks like a complete mess. So colorful at sometimes, sort of some detail here and there, but very inconsistent, and so video quality, the best part of the whole thing, and still not good. The audio is a lost cause as far as I was concerned. The music teach is like a 16-bit video game loading screen throughout the whole movie. That's kind of what it is. That's how it sounds like. It just sounds terrible, and it's all really weirdly front heavy too. Really strange. Oh no, the whole thing's bad. Come back midway. All is forgiven.
It's an audio video train wreck. I can't stop watching.
Yeah.
But the best part is you couldn't finish the trailer.
I know. But I did finish the movie. Go figure.
I was like, oh God.
I mean, I just
should have gone back and finished the trailer, and then you may not have done the movie.
True. But I couldn't sit through 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. It's brutal.
I can sit through 90 minutes. So but the other thing now, the other dilemma I have is, do I keep it in the collection or do I consign this to the attic with Midway? No. And even though it was awful,
how is that a question?
Well, I know. But I am thinking of keeping it.
So why? Is like what not to do?
Maybe I'm a masochist. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe as a coaster. Put it out. The guests go to put a drink down.
Just throw it out the window.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Honestly, man, there's no redeeming features in this for me. None.
Oh,
I can't even say it was good audio video, but the movie was rubbish. Yeah. All of it was bad. And again, I take no pleasure in saying that. As John says, watch it on the glasses might be better. Only if they're switched, only if they're not plugged in.
Yeah.
That'd be definitely better.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, man, I like I said, you might, DJ, I get that. Having said all that, you might think, well, is it on Kaleidoscope and can I get it cheap?
It's not.
No, man, well, I think that's
so, and I'm not going to be asking for it either. So
no, probably best not to. I mean, if anyone else has seen it and wants to chime in, feel free. But for me, this was an absolute bust. And I'm not talking about the skimpy clothing. It was just a complete, just
even this picture is like, like they just threw they threw a wig on her.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, we
Yeah,
forgot to get a picture for the DVD.
yeah. That'll do. Yeah, it's
There we
Photoshop.
go.
Yeah, it's
There we go.
not good.
All right.
So yeah, yes. Well, at least we've raised it. Hopefully, like you say, Paul Hurt saying saving £12 is the bright side here.
Yeah.
15, Paul.
Yeah, we're
and
saving people money this week. Like
That's
people
what
are
I like
always
to see.
saying, like Don said from Home Theater Hub,
True.
guys there. So shout out to them. Thanks for having me on last week. That was fun. We did a CDA recap over there, Home Theater Hub last Thursday. We went to like almost 1 a.m. It was like bright side. It was like a bright side show. We just kept talking.
Yeah, I did tune in for a bit of the live. So I think, your time it was as I was getting up.
Yeah.
I did tune in. I'm thinking, God, they're still live. Wow.
Yeah. Almost dead, but we were still alive.
Oh man, it was like a 25-hour show.
Yeah.
Where I go to bed, get up, and you're still going.
There you go. Yeah, I was there. So
twice.
All right. That's enough. That's enough
one
of
to avoid.
Sonja.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's get it back here. Let's come back with something a little bit more redeeming.
Yeah, the good news is everything else is good now.
Yeah. Yep. This one you haven't seen.
Oh no, no spoilers, Deej. I've been good.
Okay.
No spoilers.
All right. No spoilers.
Man. Yeah, do tell.
Oh boy, Steve. We're talking weapons. Okay, weapons just dropped on Kaleidoscape last week. 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, all the goodies, all the fun. This is this is a horror movie for sure. This is a pretty gory horror movie. I think you're going to approve. I will say it's the gore is a la what kind of Sinners, like in that you're like, this is a horror movie, and then all of a sudden you're like, this is a horror movie. It's like, there we go. So it gets graphic. And in that, okay, the audio shines. The detail. The detail of the carnage, the graphicness of it, or what the gore, the detail of the gore is in some scenes. Is you can't, like, when you're watching one of these movies and you're in your theater and you're like, maybe you want to look away. Right? Like, I just can't see that on the screen, right? Oh my God, look at that. I got to look at, I'm not you, not me, but you want to look away. But if you're in your theater and they've mastered the audio so well that the audio is worse than the visual, because there's like the crunching and the squishing and the, so good. It is brutal. It's so good. And it's, but that's we're talking the detail there of like I said, the carnage. But the audio of this is, the music comes off the front of the room and comes up and into the room. And like I said, I'm running 5.1 here. And I'm still getting that effect. I'm still getting the overhead effect. I'm still getting there's like a tribal beat, a drum in this at times. And it's a boom, boom, not a heartbeat. It's more of a tribal thing because of you'll see. And it's, you'll see what goes on in the story. And it does, in a way, tie in. They don't directly say anything like that, but there's a boom, and it was like floating. I'd have to turn around. It was like floating, like right over here, and it was like, but I could feel it, boom, 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 and I was like, this is, and at different times, different music, the way it moved, the way the room filled, it was awesome, really, really good. The picture, there's one scene, when what's his name? Damn it, what's his name?
Josh Brolin.
Thank you.
Okay.
Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin. He's looking up at the sky. And there's something that it's just basically it's a night sky. The HDR for that scene is I'm like, what does he see? And it kind of goes a little wonky, kind of funny, weird, but you see something but it's the contrast of the night sky, the clouds, and the imagery that he sees and stuff like that. Really, really, plus the backdrop, the house. This is all the backdrop to the house and everything like that he's looking at. So that was really, really good. But the colors are like vibrant. I mean, there's Benedict Wong is in this. And
okay.
He has a scene where his face is very colorful, let's say. And it is, wow, rich, vibrant color that you're like, ooh, it is gross. And yeah, I can't wait for you to see this, Steve. I cannot wait for you to see this. Because the way they made it too, the way they paced it, the storytelling of it. The opening scene has it has a voiceover, and then they come in. They go to like, it's just dark. And it reminded me of the demo in that room with the Christie. I'm in this room and it's dark. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. And then you hear some sounds, you hear some stuff around. It's really, really cool. It's not loud. I was like, turn this up. Do I have it I had it at reference. I'm like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, here we go. And then the voiceover comes on. And then there was another movie I talked about like this a while back. I can't remember what it was, but they paced it kind of the same way. It's really, really well done. Yeah, lot of fun. I'm hoping you like it better than I did. I mean, I liked it, but I'm not a horror guy. And it's like, I was like, there were parts of it where I was like, all right, come on. But it's a lot of fun. And the gore I'm hoping it's not a ton of it. I'll say that. It's not like beginning to end and you're going to be, it's not like Evil Dead Rise or something like one of those type. This is, is a little bit, there's less of it, but it's a mystery type, horror mystery type thing. And, thriller, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, so much fun. And, I wouldn't say home theater experience of the year, but very, very, very good. Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. So
I am looking forward to it. I mean, I missed it in theaters. It just passed me by again, though. Because I had heard very good things, and the more someone says with a horror movie, it's really good, the less I want to see it in theaters because I want to see it at home and engage with it in Cinema George. I've seen so many good experiences that way with horror movies. That's where I want to see it. And so far, fingers crossed, knock wood, as you guys say, rather than touch wood, keeping it clean. It's something I've managed to stay away from spoilers. So I'm hoping, and Twitter is putting a few things up, but nothing that spoiled it majorly. Yeah. So, this is a day one purchase, and this is one where I will clear the schedule to then see it straight away, because this will be I might even take a day off to see this so I can be there at 9 o'clock, pick up the disc, go straight home and watch it. Because everyone says it's great. Again, it's up there with Sinners as the kind of the elevated horror that everyone's been talking about this year. I'm very much looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Yeah, really, really good. I'm glad I did it. People have been talking about it, and I had a few others that I was choosing. I could have watched this week, and I was like, all right, let me get this one. I've heard a lot of great things. So,
cool.
Yeah, really good.
And then Piper Boy Williams says in the chat he's thinking about getting it.
I don't think you'll be disappointed.
No, fair enough. And Skylake Pro Cinema, I think that's just I'm not quite sure. I know that's a glass, but I'm not sure quite what that means necessarily.
Yeah. Cheers.
It could be. Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure. Anyway, there we go.
Yep.
And then Marshall said I was already looking forward to seeing Weapons. I'm not usually a horror fan. Now I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. Well, I am very much a horror fan, and I am also really looking forward to it. So bring it on, says I. Bring it on.
Yep. So I can't wait to. When do we know when it's coming? Do you know when it's coming?
Jordan, when's it coming? Jordan, he's my I don't think there's a release date for the UK yet. Ooh, I don't think. Okay. but you know, I mean, one would have thought sensibly sometime in October, because of, you know, Halloween and everything else. But I must admit, I don't know what the date is, if there is one. But whenever it is, it's day one for me, and I'll as I said, might take a day off if I can and watch it. Can't wait. And Paul says it's a must-own for him. So yeah, again, high praise. Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on.
There we go.
Great horror movies this year, and this looks like another one that's going to be up there.
Yeah. All right. Which one do you want to do next?
Do you want to go to the big one, the one we were sort of talking about earlier, or we can do? Well, that's that one. Should we do that one?
This one here. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah. Actually, let me do. Oh, actually, let me drop that one in. Here.
Jordan says, so no UK release date for Weapons on physical media yet. We'll definitely keep you informed though, Steve. Yeah, thanks, Jordan. Dom says it's December in France. Just in time for Christmas. Lovely Christmas movie.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect.
So we shall see. We shall see. But there we go. Whenever it is, we'll get it.
All right, we'll do this and then wrap up with the one that my last one that I watched most of today. But here we go.
Okay. All righty. So this one, another animated menu. Apologies, people.
Yeah.
This is From the World of John Wick, Ballerina, which I saw for the very first time on Sunday evening, having put myself through Red Sonja the night before. I figured I should treat myself. And so watch this with someone else in Cinema George who had also not seen it, but had recently seen the John Wick movies and was looking forward to it. So the two of us ensconced ourselves in Cinema George and with a couple of beers, it has to be said, and just decided to just let this run. So full tilt boogie audio. You call it reference. I call it that.
Yeah.
So at a proper reference level for me, and 4K, UHD, Dolby Atmos, the whole kit and caboodle. And so the movie is, I mean, most people I think have seen it. This was my first watch. It is a spin-off, obviously, of the John Wick movies. We have Ana de Armas, who goes on a rip-roaring rampage of revenge in a John Wick style. And you get, you know, if you like John Wick, you'll like this, and if you like The Walking Dead, you'll like this too, for reasons I'm not going to spoil. And so yes, it was an absolute hoot and a blast. And I'm wary of spoilers because I didn't have it spoiled for me, but there are some sequences in this that just are awesome. Yeah. And I wonder whether they had them in mind for John Wick movies and had dropped them into this. I don't know. That may be slanderous, but I do wonder. You know, the grenade sequence just was hilariously funny in all the best ways. And then when someone decides, let's have flamethrower assault rifles, I mean, it just is awesome.
And that, I think John and I talked about that one where we were like, it's like a lightsaber battle. It was that like theatrically, it was that good, you know, and they had the like this spin around part, and you could maybe see it in the background here a little bit, but but yeah, it's, oh my God. Yeah. It's, I mean, they did a lot. I mean, they did a lot in John Wick too, as well, right? The latest one, John Wick 4, they had that overhead shot, which was like a video game, and didn't he use a flamethrower in that one too?
Dragon's Breath. It was like fire rounds. Like,
that's
like
right.
Injury
that's
rounds.
Yep. Exactly. So yeah, it's not like we got slighted in the John Wick movies, but it's like, it's just so good. So
it was great fun. I mean, well, I think initially, kind of as the movie was going on, I was thinking, well, have they overcomplicated this? Have they kind of going in a bit of a meandering way with this? Gabriel Byrne's character was a bit odd, and I was thinking, well, okay, I'm not quite sure where this is going, but luckily it very quickly dispenses with all that and then just goes in a straight line, which was welcome, as John Wick movies do. There's no subtlety of plot in those movies. It's literally he's surviving, you know. All right, fine, okay, yeah. So anyway, so no, loved it, and with a couple of beers, perfect. Just a fantastic evening's entertainment. It really was. So, HT wise, awesome. I mean, just awesome. The video is every bit as beautiful as the John Wick movies are. I mean, you can see it there. The everything's neon lit. Doesn't matter where they are. You've got to have neon. It's just like back streets of Prague, neon. And infinite nightclubs. So there's all these clubs have to have this different thing as well. So
look at the poster for it, right? The poster and even like the image you have here, it's the purple and everything. It's like that's the poster for it.
Yeah.
And it's all that neon. It's like, and that's John Wick as well. They go into the clubs and it's that, bright lights, black darkness, the flamethrowers
are almost eye reactive as well in terms of the HDR. There were a couple of scenes where you're kind of like, whoa, okay, in exactly the right way. They look threatening as well as sound threatening.
Yeah.
So that was really, really cool. I mean, the blood and the guts all looks great. The tattoos on the various characters, which are a character in and of themselves in these, it seems, are all, really, really detailed. And no, I mean, it's flawless looking. And then we get the audio. I mean, the Atmos is fantastic as well in this. I mean, it really is. And it builds and builds and builds to the point where we then get the flamethrowers. And that, I mean, as I was watching it, Deej, in fact, I think I even said to the person I was watching it with, this was a demo at CEDIA, the one they had this on in the room that Deej got trapped in.
Yeah.
And I said, now I know why they use this as a demo.
Yeah.
The movement of the flames that come towards the camera, up and over into the rear speakers.
Right.
And then it sort of goes back and they do it again. And with that then comes this bassy sort of rumble as they do it. I mean, and they do it again and again and again. And then you've got two of them. And then you can have, and then we'll use water as well. And, I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, it was a blast in every way. It was great. I mean, pretty much reference, not far off for me. I thought it was great. Really, really enjoyed it. And this is a movie like the John Wick movies that I'll come back to again and again. I agree with Jordan in the chat saying it's a shame that there won't be another one. It did underperform, unfortunately, theatrically. So that's going to be it, I suspect. Probably it for the spin-offs because the Continental TV series didn't do all that well for Amazon. So I wonder now whether John Wick will just be John Wick. I don't know, but I do wonder. But no, he was great. They really did a great job. And I loved it. Loved it. So very, very cool.
What I liked about the, especially the flamethrower scene in particular, because we just keep referencing that, but it's like the way a flamethrower works too. It's like you hear it's a focal point at the weapon, and then it expands out. And like you said, it goes past you and it expands out behind you. Mm-hmm. And then when it's done, you hit and it comes right back to your screen and to the side that they're on. Or if, like you said, there's two of them. It's like, the stage that they used was so well done for the audio for this. It's just, really, really good. Really good.
Yeah.
And the picture is insane, like you said. And like when we saw this one in the, with that, excuse me, with that Christie, it's like, it's so bright, but then the black levels are so deep, like your eyes are like closed. And then all of a sudden the flamethrower comes out. You're like, oh my God, it does. It hurts. So
it's
my
great
throat right now.
You do wonder about these nightclubs though, where you've got all these club goers who, as people are firing and shooting and fighting, and they just sort of stood there, just kind of watching what's going on. There is a shot in this where, Anna de Armas fighting like three blokes. They're all fighting. And literally you can see behind them just stood watching. Oh, look, what's going on there? Oh, look, they're fighting and firing guns. Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Somebody's running for cover.
Yeah, but it's great. I really, really enjoyed this. The real question for me is it a better home theater experience than John Wick 4, which of course was bonkers. I mean, right from the beginning when he hits that post and you get that boom.
Oh my God! That bass at the beginning.
And I don't. And the question, if Greg asked that question, like he very good one earlier, I don't think I could choose between them. I think
Mm-hmm.
there's a wafer thin difference between the HD experience of John Wick 4 and this. They were both great.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I'd have to watch them back to back and be able to say, like, because you get a little bit of recency bias. I think the other thing is John Wick may very well be like John Wick 4, I mean, might suffer from fatigue because you're like, it's so long, right? And I didn't mind it, but I know you guys were like, oh my God, it's a little bit long. Where Ballerina's, it's 2 hours, that's it. And it's, a little bit tighter, and they cram all that, home theater goodness into 2 hours. So you're like, wow, that was just so good. And you can watch it. It lends itself to more, repeated viewings.
Yeah.
So whereas John Wick 4 is, longer, and it's great. It's got some great scenes in it, but yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good question. I think we are we're doing well with both of them. Put it that way. So
yeah, fantastic.
All right. Let's see. This last one dropped. This last one dropped today.
Oh,
yeah. So
which one? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Asked and answered.
Yep. Ask and answer. So Tron, the original classic, rated PG, 1 hour, 36 minutes, 4K, Dolby Vision. And I'm pretty sure it was Atmos as well, but obviously I'm running.
I think it is. I think they are. I think they're both in Atmos.
Yep. And, but yeah, so I grabbed these. I grabbed the first one today. Yeah, it is Atmos. Grabbed the first one today, and it is, oh my God. Just from beginning, it's a push play. I told you earlier, it is a push play demo. Or the picture. They go, you've seen this, right, Steve?
Oh, yeah, but not for a long time.
Same here. Not for a long time. But it's insane. Because if you remember the movie, here it comes up in the background here. And the graphics, it's so dated. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But the Dolby Vision, the 4K, the HDR, the bright against the blackest of blacks, like this right here in a darkened room, the scene playing behind me. This is the push play demo. You feel like you're like, oh my God. It's like you're sitting near your screen. It is awesome. Absolutely. The picture is awesome. So much fun. The audio in it, at first I was like, okay, maybe it's not, okay, it seems a little front heavy or something. Nope. All of a sudden stuff is coming to the back of the room. Stuff was going over if you remember, right. It's kind of apropos to today too. I haven't seen this in forever, but AI and everything and all that. Well, the voice in this, the AI quote, it's not AI, but the voice in this kind of comes out of the room. So it's like filling the room. Yeah.
Tell me about the light cycles.
Everything looks crisp. It's going to look the scenes of the actors in these costumes when they're inside the computer. It's all going to look like the black shadows around them, but it plays really, really well. I liked it. It's dated for sure, but it's almost like I kind of was forgiving of it because it's like, that's the bit rate that they had back then. Right. So that's how the graphics did look back then. So everything looks sharp. Everything looks clean. The live action shots, you're like, it looks incredible. Like he's at the guy that's whatever, the quote unquote bad guy, whatever, is in charge of the company. The scenes they show him at his desk are so crisp. They're so clean. They're long shots. They're tight shots. The detail on their face, it is gorgeous. I couldn't take my eyes off. I was just like, I got called away for a call I had to take, and I couldn't finish it. And I can't wait to get back to it. But the cycle, the light cycles, the battles, you feel like you're in there. it is 1982 graphics, but it is like, because of they can go to such an extreme dark on these displays and still give you that brightness of the, the lasers or whatever they want to call it. It looks awesome. Absolutely awesome. I can't wait. I'm going to do Legacy next.
Yeah. Oh.
And then the new one coming out, I really, really can't wait. The trailer for that, the video, the picture of that, I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see that one at home.
It's a couple of weeks. It's not far, is it? It's like
it's like October 10th, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the same person that told us that Master and Commander was coming, that obviously you know who that is.
Yeah.
Told me a while back that they'd done some proper work with Legacy and with the original Tron as well. So yeah, again, expecting very good things from those. So apparently Legacy is exceptional. Yeah. And of course that was shot with IMAX in mind and digitally, and of course 3D. So of course they shot it and that was shot for 3D. So it'll be very interesting to see what that's like. And the light cycle bits of that are very cool. So looking forward to these.
Yeah, I was really good.
Trepidation for the first one because I remember it always looking it looked a bit hokey, I think, back in '82. To be honest,
it does. But
and so I was a bit worried how it would look now.
It looks so good. It's so bright. It's so like the colors, everything, and like I said, the audio. There's one particular scene where the characters are looking to the the left side rear of the room, and that's where the voice is. They're looking up at the voice and they're like, no, and they're like, and you hear the voice. I actually turned my head and I'm like, no, that's not even where the speaker was, the way they positioned it. Cool. And I was just like, wow, it looks awesome. Yeah. So
looking forward to these.
yeah, a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to Legacy. I'm looking forward to the rest of this one and then Legacy for next week. So
oh yeah, and I look forward to hearing what you think of it. Yeah, great stuff.
Yep. Good times.
Alrighty.
All right, we will wrap that up here. We are going to be hopping over to Patreon only chat. So if you're in the chat, your patron member or a patron, jump on over there to the link that was in the Patreon and on my Patreon page and check that out. Steve and I are going to hang out there for a little bit, about an hour. Steve's going to stick around for about a half hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to stick around for about an hour.
Long day tomorrow.
Yeah, Steve's got to get to bed, and I got to get back to some work and stuff. So, but yeah, so if you want to join us over there, talk some CEDIA, whatever you guys want to talk about, some behind the scenes stuff, things like that. So, but other than that, anything else, Steve?
Nope. No. Got plenty to go for next week.
Yeah, we do.
Stuff on the horizon. So another great show. So good fun. So,
all right. Flies by. So, all right. We're out of here. Till next week, you know what you got to do.
Go push play.
What he said.
That's right.
Hey, Fred.
This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.